right, hello everyone. Welcome to this reading. Today we're looking at what is next in love for you guys. So we're just taking like a quick few minutes to sort of see where you are and figure out just a general love reading, seeing what you might have to work on, whose energies are around you, who you're gonna meet next. So as you see, we have three lovely piles right here. Pile number 1 is this incredible piece of raw opal. Pile number 2 is this quartz egg, which always rolls everywhere. So look at that. And then pile number 3 is this piece of selenite. So go ahead and take a deep breath, meditate, see what pile or piles you are drawn to. And when you feel ready, go ahead and click on the timestamp below, and I will see you all in my reading. Okay, hello to everyone who chose pile number 1, or this beautiful piece of raw opal right here. I'm just going to put this out of your way. Okay, we are taking a look at what is next in love for you guys. And I'm going to go ahead and just get started, and we're going to start first with your tarot cards. Pull some tarot for you guys. Okay, we have 6 of Cups. We have the Star. Let's see. We have the Magician. Interesting energy. We have 9 of Spring, which is 9 of Swords in this reading, or in this deck rather, also in this reading, but one more card. That's too many cards, but I will take this. Okay, and 10 of Cups. Okay, this is very, very interesting to me. The energy on the bottom of the deck is the Devil, so that is, I'm just going to put this right here. Okay, so, can you guys see that? Yes, okay, so, let us see. This is a really interesting mix of cards, because we have some really good cards, and then we have not bad cards, but 9 of Swords to me is really interesting. I wonder if it's possible you guys recently went through a breakup or like experienced some sort of like, with like if your previous partner really just like, not ruined your life, but was just like not a good person. I will say that both Yeah by Usher and Maneater popped into my head while I was shuffling for this card. So like, I don't know if you guys had a breakup recently where someone was like unfaithful, or if that is like just you had a past relationship that was like that still affects you a lot. But I definitely see like beautiful energy coming through. So 6 of Cups to me is very much, to me personally, it is a soulmates card. Depending on what you believe in twin flame soulmates, whatever, that is my personal interpretation. And it's just like, to me, it is understanding on such a fundamental level. And to me, there's nothing more indicative of love than someone just understanding who you are on a soul level. And you know, in the traditional card, it has 2 children who are sort of like sharing a cup with each other. And to me, it's very much like about you understand yourselves on such a soul level, like not like you see each other's inner child, but sort of that way. You see each other for who you are truly, without any barriers, without any masks, without any boundaries. So I definitely see someone potentially coming into your life who has this energy. There's this energy around you. So I think there's this mutual exchange of just this understanding of one another, probably in a way that no one else has understood you before. Let's see. We have the Star card as well. We have the Star and the Magician, which are really beautiful to me. The Magician to me is all about, in a love reading in particular, is sort of, it's sort of like a dream come true. It's sort of like The Magician is all about wielding your power. It's all about manifestation. It's all about things coming to fruition. So if there is this sort of 10 of Cups person that you've been imagining, I feel as though like this is sort of the time it becomes reality. So the Magician and the Star, I mean, the Star card comes right after the Tower. So if you've experienced a previous breakup, a previous terrible relationship, if you've just been very lonely, or you felt like you couldn't make a connection with anyone in your life, you know, or if you've had just a really hard time, if you had a Tower moment recently, or something, or you've had a Tower moment that you're still recovering from, something just like shaking your whole world, something really just devastating, or big change even. So if you've moved countries, moved states, even just moved houses to a different neighborhood, something that's just shaken you up and has changed what you feel like has maybe changed your path a little. Loss of a job, loss of a partner, etc. And so I really feel as though like the Star card is here to remind us that there is hope. It's beautiful hope, and I feel like with these two cards, it's very much, and with the Six of Cups, I mean, this is very much like a soulmate reading. So I feel like the next relationship you have is potentially just like this really, really beautiful, absolutely incredible. It's sort of everything you've ever dreamed of. That being said, there is some energy in here that's very interesting. I think with this Nine of Swords and this Devil energy, I think this is sort of, it's not a warning. It's just like, make sure that you aren't projecting, I guess, when it comes to both sides of things. So when it comes to, you know, make sure you're not putting this person on a pedestal. Make sure, even though they are everything you love and know that you've always wanted, make sure you're aware that like they're very much equal to you, and that's part of what makes this relationship so so perfect. That's why you guys understand each other on such a fundamental level, because you are equals in a way that is, you understand each other in this equal way. So yeah, there's just this warning of both don't put someone on a pedestal, and also make sure that you're not projecting like past bad relationships onto this one. Make sure you just check yourself every once in a while. Make sure like fears you have that potentially are unfounded and potentially come from, you know, situations in past relationships. So it's not a bad energy at all. It's just like knowing that this Nine of Swords energy has existed in your life before, even possibly recently. Just make sure that you are, I'm getting another message, just make sure that you are aware and fully in the present, or do your best to be in the present, and make sure you know that this relationship is not any other relationships. So, and then there's a final message that comes with these cards, and it's sort of like, it's sort of like, let me see. Don't rush things, I think, at the same time. There's this feeling of, you know, when you have that instant connection, when you are met with someone who understands you so well, there is this drive. You know, there's the honeymoon phase, of course, where, you know, you're obsessed with each other, you want to be around each other all the time. And I feel like this is telling you that that kind of never ends with you guys. Like, obviously things slow down at the point it's not as passionate or as I don't want to say obsessive, but that's the word coming to mind, because I mean, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm in a honeymoon phase, I feel a little obsessive sometimes, like checking their social media, constantly checking my phone to see if they texted me or called me, wanting to talk to them all the time, be around them all the time, which is totally normal. But there is this message of sort of like, make sure you guys don't neglect any of the other relationships in your life. I mean, obviously it's not okay to do that, but like, it makes sense if that happens when you're like in the honeymoon phase, when you first meet, because not only is this someone who understands you, like not only is this a great relationship, but it's like, it's the best relationship you've ever had. So it's fair that you want to be in it every moment of your life. But yeah, this is just a warning, like this will be here forever. Like, it's not really a warning. It's just make sure you don't neglect the other people in your life. Yeah, essentially. So I'm going to pull some oracle cards for you guys. let's see. I'm gonna start with this deck. Okay, so, oh, look at that. We have growth. That's beautiful. I feel like with this card, okay, we have heal. That's nice. I feel like with these cards, not only will you help each other grow and help each other heal, I think this will be an extremely healing relationship for the both of you. I think that this connection is, it's sort of teaching you things that you never knew were possible in connections and romance specifically, I think. Like communication and people who, you know, there are problems that you've experienced in past relationships, both of you, that you just assumed were problems you would have for the rest of your life. You've never maybe met anyone this kind or understanding, or someone who listens to you so well. It's sort of everything that has fallen flat, everything that you've wished for in previous relationships is coming to you in this one. And I think that that's a very healing experience. There's also the feeling of healing together. So whatever past traumas or wounds you have experienced in other relationships, you know, romantic relationships, there's this feeling of being able to grow and heal together through those things by being supportive and by listening to each other and by not engaging in things that have harmed you before. So there's this real feeling of growth and healing that is just going to be beautifully experienced in this relationship. Let me pull some of these cards. I also think that not only are you healing together, I love this image of growing together, like the sun and the moon growing together. But I also, it's such a beautiful, light, happy energy as well. Like with this sunflower in particular, I love sunflowers. They always speak of joy and happiness, and we have the star here too, which is all about hope. And I think there's this feeling of, I don't know if your relationships in the past have left you not hopeless, but feeling like the things you want in a partner are just some sort of dream or unattainable thing, or like you feel like you've been too picky, or these cards are all here to tell you that what you want is real and what you want is coming to you, and you definitely deserve that. I also feel like there's been a lot of growth happening maybe within you that has needed to happen in order to meet this person. Probably both of you, definitely. So not only will you heal and grow together, there's definitely been some growth happening separately with both of you that will allow this connection to bloom even more beautifully. So let's see. We have here, we have bring love into the situation, which we have. I love that we have the Aquarius right under the star under the star, because this is the traditional image. I love, we just like bring love into the situation. Yeah, that's what's happening. Like that's what's happening right now. There was just a new moon. If you're watching this around when I post this, there was just a new moon last week, or this past weekend rather. So it's possible that this is sort of, the new moons are all about manifestation. We have the Magician here as well. So it's possible that this is sort of, this new moon cycle is going to bring this partner, or at least bring sort of, not instructions, but like, it's sort of the beginning of the next part of your life. And so I feel as though this moon cycle is important to you, will be important to you, or could be important to you, especially if you set manifestations for bringing this person or love in general into your life. We have take time to breathe out. Yeah, I think this is just a message. And on the bottom we have surrender to the divine, which I think is really, really beautiful too. There's this feeling of timing. Definitely. I feel as though it's possible that you guys have been really, really excited about this for a long time. You've been really, really wanting to meet a partner that really understands you, that really, really is what you're looking for, really is just everything you've wanted. And I feel like you have wanted this for a long time, and maybe have been manifesting this for a long time. And there is this feeling of divine timing. I also love how we have a new moon and a full moon. That definitely sort of is a confirmation that this next moon cycle might be really important for you guys. It's not guaranteed, you know, that you'll meet someone, but just like there are changes happening in your life which could set you toward the path, or set you more in the mindset of meeting someone. It's possible that there will be a lot of growth and healing that happens in this next moon cycle, or at least the beginning of some, you know. But there's this message of timing, of divine timing, of breathe, they're coming. It's confirmation that what you wanted is real. We have beautiful, beautiful cards here. I mean, the Six of Cups and the Ten of Cups sort of bookending these cards. It's all about joy and happiness. I mean, Ten of Cups is all about emotional fulfillment, like entire beautiful emotional fulfillment. So this is your card that says, yes, everything you want is coming. Yes, you are capable of bringing it to you. Yes, it will be a soulmate if that's something you desire. And you know, honestly, the Devil card also speaks of soulmates to me personally. I think it's more about the sensual side of soulmates, particularly in a love reading. It can also just talk of, you know, there is also that side of the devil that is, you know, you're in your own little world, I think. But besides that, yeah, back to divine timing. I think you've been waiting and you've been doing this, and you've been, maybe it feels like they're just never coming, or this is way too outlandish, it could never be real. And I'm here to tell you that that is not the case. It's just a matter of time. And I'm going to pull, so I'm going to pull one last card for you guys. All right, one more card for group one, please. What is next in love for that? That is not one card. I said one card, please. Okay, that's two cards. That's three cards. Too many. One, please. There we go. The dragonfly. Okay. Let's see. There is be lighthearted, finding out things, coming to light, adapt, change, heal. On the bottom, too, we have Cupid's arrow, which is have faith, love is coming, surprise invitation or meeting. So, yeah, that just extreme confirmation that, yes, it's coming to you, it's coming to you, it's coming to you. I find this very interesting. This is kind of the energy I was getting with, like, there is something that is about to begin for you with this new moon. And it's something you have been working for a long time. And I think divine timing is definitely in play, at play, rather. I think there is a moment of, it's something you've been working on that has been imperative to begin this cycle, to meet this person. And I think that it's possibly healing from past relationships, but there's like this moment of clarity. And for some of you, this might be someone that you know. So there might be someone who sort of makes a confession of love to you, or you might come to realize that someone that's already in your life, you might come to realize that, oh, like this is someone I love, like this is someone I want to pursue a relationship. Maybe it was like something you never noticed before, or something you've thought about but were never quite brave enough to bring to fruition, like to say something to that person. So yeah, I definitely get this feeling of there's potentially someone who's already in your life that might talk to you about this. It's also like, be lighthearted, finding out your own desires or someone else's desires. The message for people who don't have anyone in their life, who this is a new person, it's definitely like there will be like an aha moment of healing, or sort of just like, I mean, this is sort of a meetings card. It's possible that you're going to meet this person really soon and like literally find out who it is. But yeah, there's definitely this feeling, this message of, for everyone, that there is this aha moment. Like someone will make an offer to you, you will meet someone, or you will realize that you care about someone very much. So yeah, those are all the messages that I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. As always, please comment down below. I love to hear feedback from every one of you. Like, subscribe, and while you're down there, go ahead and ring that notification bell so you don't miss a single video from me. I hope you guys have a wonderful week, and I will see you all in my next video. All right, hello to everyone who chose this clear quartz egg. Before I even started shuffling the cards for you guys, I got like several messages. That's the problem with the eggs. Okay. Come on, egg. Okay. First of all, I got this really strange message, so I don't know if it is like anyone in particular, but it was like feelings of peppermint dance on my tongue, or like sprinkles of peppermint dance on my tongue, which I thought was really interesting. I don't know if that's a line from a song or if that just resonates with you guys. I have no idea where that came from. Secondly, this is all before I even started shuffling the cards. So there was this bird that landed right on my window. We have vines on our windows, and the berries on the vines are ripe. So I've been seeing birds all day, sort of pick through them. But this bird landed right on the window in front of me. So I don't know if birds are relevant to you, if that is a sign for any one of you. And also the sun is coming out, and did come out. And it's been dark all morning, so I don't know what's happening with you guys, but there's a lot going on before I even start the reading, so I am going to go ahead and start with your tarot cards and pull some of these for you guys. All right, okay. This pile is... There's a lot going on in your life. What's happening right now? What's happening? Knight of Spring, Nine of Spring, Page, lots of swords. So the spring in this deck is swords energy. Interesting. Maybe you guys are in your head. You guys been overthinking things lately. You have the Star. This came out in the last group as well. Oh, okay. I will take both of these. We have Wheel of Fortune. Let's see. Excuse me, quartz. And what's this? Seven of Swords. There's another bird right here, you guys. There is another bird saying hello. Okay, so let's see. On the bottom we have Ace of Cups, so that's a good sign right there. I get this feeling, you guys. There's a lot of air energy here. The Star represents Aquarius in the deck, which is an air sign. Swords is traditionally ruled by air. So let's see. I find it interesting. I think that there's this feeling of, I don't know how to describe it. So let's start with everything else. I feel like there's been this period of overthinking. I feel like you guys have sort of been all over the place. Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. I feel like you guys have been really, really working on something, but it feels like there's been blockages after blockages for you guys. We have Page of Swords here, which is, it's sort of the beginnings of an idea. It's sort of, you have Ace of Swords, which is the very, very beginning. You have an idea, you have come through with it, you get the very, very first idea, and then, we get to toward the end, toward the court cards, and we have another bird. We have the Page of, they were not on this side of the building at all, so there's two. Wow, I don't know what kind of birds these are either. They're really pretty though. Anyway, I digress. Where was I? We have the Page of Swords, which is, it's more in that, you've been doing the work energy. You've been working through the numbers in the suit, and you reach this point where, you're not a novice anymore, but you still aren't quite secure in your idea. So I get this feeling that you guys have sort of been all over the place. We also have Nine of Swords here, which is about, stress, anxiety. So I don't know if there's been a lot of stress at work, if you feel like you've been bouncing back and forth on a lot of projects. There's also the Seven of Swords here, which is really interesting. So I don't know if someone has potentially stolen an idea from you guys, or, I know this is a love reading, but it feels like you guys have sort of been all over the place and really, really in your head. So I don't know if, as well, if you have been sort of overthinking love, or you've been trying to like logic your way into emotions, or if that's something you've traditionally done, or logic yourself out of emotions. To me, the Seven of Swords is, you know, in the traditional tarot, there is someone who's sort of hoarding the swords and stealing from other people. It can be about deceit or betrayal, so it's possible that you were, you know, something happened in a relationship where you felt betrayed, or you felt like someone was lying to you, or someone was lying to you, and so maybe you have taken a turn toward, you know, overanalyzing things in every relationship, or getting in your head about feelings and emotions. But I definitely feel that there's also like this career or work side of things, or maybe your personal life has been sort of sort of in chaos, because it's not just about love. I think I get this energy that's sort of all over the place in every part of your life. But with the Seven of Swords here, there also is this feeling of stealing from yourself that I get, and I sort of get this message with you guys. If it isn't the case where you are trying to stick with the logical side of things, trying to logic your way out of emotions, and if you're overthinking things, that's what this card is. It's all about stealing that joy from yourself, and it's probably not intentional. It's probably just something that you've learned, or something that you feel you have to do so that you don't get hurt. It's probably a defense mechanism or something like that. But it also just might be the way your brain works. And so this is kind of a message to take a step back, take a breather, because there is, for a lot of you, I feel there is someone in your life who is trying to offer you something. And either you don't see it, or you're just not emotionally available enough to accept that offer. And it's probably not something you're doing on purpose. That's, I think, where this everywhere energy is sort of coming in as well. I think whoever this is very, very aware that you are busy, and they maybe don't want to bother you. I'm hearing these really loud birds. I don't know where they're coming from. They sound like they're inside my house. So something about birds with you guys. I have no idea, but there have been so many bird confirmations. So I apologize if birds are not a confirmation for you guys. But yeah, I feel as though I think there might be a bird in my house. So that's interesting. I apologize. So there is this feeling of someone trying to offer you something, and honestly, it's potentially the other way around. So if you're not seeing yourself in this, and you're seeing a potential partner in this, or something like that, it's possible that, you know, you're trying to offer something to someone, and they're just not seeing it, or they are too busy. So it can go both ways. And I feel as though, you know, the Star and Wheel of Fortune here is really about that changing. So I feel as though, you know, don't give up on this person. Don't give up on this connection. There's hope in this connection. There is, you know, the Star is all about hope, rejuvenation. So I think that things will change for you guys. We have Wheel of Fortune as well, which is all about luck, all about, you know, change, all about forward momentum, all about, you know, that sort of thing. So I feel like there is all of this air energy around you, and there is this little ray of hope that we have toward this relationship. For those of you who don't have anyone in your life, I'm getting the feeling of maybe you're overthinking trying to manifest someone. And that goes with this stealing your joy as well. There is someone coming for you. There is an Ace of Cups coming for you, but hold on hope, because things are changing for you as well. So let me pull some oracle cards for you guys. Very interesting reading. The acceptance. It's interesting too. And courage. Okay, so this is sort of both sides of what I was getting at. So for those of you who feel as though you are someone who's been busy and maybe haven't been the most emotionally available, for you guys, I feel as though there might be something coming to you that you will get to accept if you so desire. an offer of something that you get to accept. And I think for a lot of you, it might take courage because it's maybe not something you're necessarily comfortable with, but I think you're comfortable with this person, or you really see potential in this person. So it's something that maybe you have to have courage to open yourself up to accept this love in the first place. For those of you who are on the flip side, I feel as though there is, of course, this message of, hi birds, of having the courage to reach out to people and having the courage to sort of, you know, if you make yourself known that you want to have this relationship with someone, if you make it really, really clear, it might be that they just weren't showing a side of you that feels emotionally available, because that's just not how they behave unless they're unless they intend to start a relationship with someone. So I get this feeling of, if you have the courage to speak up about this connection, about how you feel about this connection, then I think there is this moment of, like, this will be an offer that will be accepted, is what I'm trying to get at. So let me pull, this is 2 decks. Okay, we have prosperity lies ahead. Let's see. Let me get one more of these. We have surrender to the divine, definitely. So if you guys have been getting messages, what do you need to release? Yeah, that's a big one too. If you guys have been getting messages that about a specific person, if you have been really curious, I think there's like this aura, if you will, of fear around a lot of you. And I think depending on like whether or not you are the person who's busy and not available, or like haven't really been thinking about love, or whether you're the person who really wants to get through to someone who is like that, I think there is this message of go for it, you know? There's this fear and there's this message of just go for it, because I think it will be a really positive outcome. Definitely. That's sort of what I'm getting with this card. There's this need to release that fear. There's this need to release, you know, what's the worst that can happen? They say no, and it can be really painful, but then you get to move on to someone who will say yes to you. But I feel like, you know, with this new moon and this full moon, that's like a complete moon cycle. And there is acceptance, prosperity. There is this feeling of yes, there is a person for you. And it's quite possible that this person is. I think this message in particular, if someone, like, there's this message of, for those of you who maybe love hasn't been on your mind, there's this feeling of you know, you've been overthinking relationships and emotions as sort of a way to avoid accepting that you maybe have feelings for someone, or that you really do want someone in your life. So that's a separate message as well. Let me pull one more card for you guys. Okay. We have photograph. Looking at your photos, missing you, nostalgia, make new memories. Okay, for some of you, this might be someone like an ex that things didn't work out in the past. And so there's this feeling of maybe this is a past energy. Maybe this person that you are really interested in, this is a past energy for them, or a past energy for you, that you know, this feeling of not being available, or this feeling of just overthinking and sort of having that ruin your relationship, or be the cause of ending your past relationship. But there's also this feeling of make new memories, which I find really interesting. There's this feeling of let loose, go places, go have fun, have a picnic. It's cold here right now, but have a picnic inside then. Have a movie night. There's this feeling of just spend time with people, spend time with your friends, with your family. It's not just this person, but also spend time with this person as well. There's this feeling of you've been through a lot of stress, you have a lot of stress, you have been so disconnected from your emotions, and for some of you, I think that this isn't intentional. You know, I'm not blaming you for feeling this way. It's a very valid feeling, and it's a really difficult thing to cope with if you turn around and you realize that you don't have access to a lot of your emotions. But I feel as though you'll be able to open up, you'll be able to relax, you might be able to access some of these memories, not memories, sorry, some of these emotions, well, maybe memories as well. If you take a moment to relax and you sort of, you know, spend time with the people you love, spend time with yourself as well. So you're just like getting to know yourself and making sure you know what you want and figuring out where this fear comes from, really. But yeah, it's possible that it's possible that there's an ex involved for some of you, not all of you, obviously. There's an ex who is emotionally unavailable, but you really didn't click with them. Obviously, I do not want you to, if you're not feeling nostalgia, or if you're feeling nostalgia for someone who hurt you, that's off the table, obviously. But yeah, there's just this feeling of things are changing for you guys, and I think that there is some work that needs to be done. There is this feeling of needing to reach out. There is this feeling of trying to connect with someone, and sort of just working through some things that have led to maybe emotional conflict. But I feel as though you'll be seeing someone in a new light, or someone will be seeing you in a new light soon, because of probably work you've been doing, or probably because you're less busy or less stressed or something like that. So yeah, that is what I'm getting for you guys. Yeah, as always, thank you so much for letting me read for you. Go ahead and comment down below. I love hearing feedback. I love hearing from each and every one of you. Like the video, subscribe. While you are already down there, go ahead and click that notification bell so you don't miss a single video from me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you all in my next video. Okay, hello to everyone who chose group number 3, or this beautiful piece of selenite right here. I'm gonna go ahead and put this out of our way. All right, group number 3. I have had, when I started shuffling these cards, when I looked at this piece of selenite, I started channeling messages, I just got the most calm, serene, like easygoing energy from this pile. It's so interesting. I love being here. I love feeling your guys' energy. If this is not you, if you are not easygoing, if you are not relaxed, if you are not any of those things, grounded, then this is potentially energy I'm picking up from a future partner, from your higher self or your partner's higher self. So that's really interesting to me, and I absolutely love it. I would love to live in this energy all day. I am someone very prone to being ungrounded. So let us get started on what is next in love for you guys. I'm gonna pull some tarot. We're gonna start here with these tarot cards. All right, we have, look at that. So winter in this deck is cups. We have Page of Cups. We have Queen of Pentacles. Let's see, look at this. We have Queen of Swords. I have Knight of Swords, and we have Nine of Swords. Interesting. You know, Nine of Swords came out in every single pile, so I don't know what is keeping us all up at night, but I'm sorry. Let's see. All right, so bottom of the deck is Ace of Wands too, which I find really beautiful. Anytime I see a sunflower, I just feel like this beautiful ray of sunshine, hope. But this energy of Ace of Wands is also all about passion. So whoever you're calling in, or whoever your next partner potentially is, you guys will have a lot of passion in your relationship, whether that is sexual passion, or just like intimacy passion, or just like, you know, this love for each other. And potentially you guys are really passionate in other areas of your life, like work or hobbies, or just, you know, other types of relationships, friends and family, that sort of thing. I think you're both very passionate people, even though there is this very grounded energy. Yeah, I'm sort of getting this airy energy, definitely. That's sort of, it's interesting too. There's this airy and earth energy, and it's sort of together. I definitely see, I love seeing two queens here. You know, we have this grounded energy and this airy light energy, and I think that together you guys make this really sort of peaceful, easygoing energy, which I absolutely love. There's that balance there of like grounded energy and like just light and airy energy, which is super nice. We have Page of of Cups here, which is all about an offer. So either you or this other person will probably be making an offer to each other. This feels like an old relationship. This feels like, for some of you, this might be a relationship you are already in or have been in for a long time, whether that is a romantic relationship or a friendship. I get that, like, not really high school sweethearts, but like you've known each other forever. And this might be the feeling you get when you meet this person, whether or not you have known them forever, or this might be a relationship where you actually have known this person for a long time. I'm getting this Knight of Swords to me is about fast moving energy for this relationship. And I feel like there's also this energy of like cutting through the bullshit. I think that you're someone who either is good at cutting through the bullshit. You've probably, you are not lied to. You are not someone who accepts, you need direct communication. You need to understand what's going on. You need to, like, there's this feeling of being direct and communicating and asking for what you want, asking for what you need. And that's either something that is coming from you or this other person. I really am getting both of your energies in this reading, which I find really interesting. The other readings were sort of more scattered, but this reading is all about like this intertwined energy, which is absolutely beautiful. There is something that's bothering you. And I don't know what this anxiety card is about. I don't know if you're just, I don't know, there's something, I'm going to clarify this actually. Let me clarify this Nine of Swords. I feel like a lot of you know what this card is about. I don't know what this card is about. We have Six of Cups and the Empress. Okay, so it's definitely potentially some sort of like childhood situation. I don't know if you guys have had like just not bad examples of relationships growing up. If you are afraid of becoming like the relationships that you have seen as a child growing up, if that's something, if there's just stuff you need to work through in order to sort of attain this peaceful feeling in this relationship, I feel as though, yeah, there's something that's keeping you guys up. It might not even be related to the relationship. I would say one thing is like share with your partner, or if this is something that is affecting your relationship, share with your partner. If this is something that feels like it's preventing you from having this relationship, then maybe do a deep dive, maybe try to get some healing, do some shadow work related to this. For some of you, it might be that because you've known each other forever, there were things from your childhood that maybe you have experienced together. I don't know, there's something around like, I don't know, it feels as though there is something that was lost from childhood, or something that affected you or is affecting you with this relationship. And I'm still not entirely sure what that is. And I don't know if I'm allowed to know, or if it's just this message is so different for all of you. Yeah, the Empress screams of like, my candle just bubbled. Again. That is extremely interesting to me. I don't know why it's doing that. I don't know if that's confirmation or if my candle's gonna explode, so I'm gonna blow it out. Okay, that's the only flame that stayed lit, the one that's causing the bubbles. That is really interesting. So I don't know if this relationship is sort of creating, maybe that's what's happening. Thank you, candle. If this relationship is sort of allowing feelings that come from your childhood, like past trauma you have, or just past things that you've experienced from your childhood. If being in this relationship is a positive experience, if you're having trouble trusting that this is a positive experience, if it feels like, you don't deserve this relationship, or it just feels like there's a lot of things that are bubbling up because of how strong and calm and beautiful this relationship is. For a lot of you, this relationship is super calm, and it's causing you to have doubts because it's possible you grew up in a house with a lot of chaos. number one thing for me is just share with your partner how you're doing, share with your partner how you're feeling. For those of you who haven't met this person yet, for those of you who are in separation, because I do feel like there's this message in this pile of potentially you aren't with this person at the moment. And I feel as though this is probably something that contributes or did contribute to you to being apart from each other. And so this candle is still bubbling, even though I blew it out. I've never experienced that in my life with any candle ever. So yeah, I think this is just continued confirmation for that. So I'm gonna pull some more. I'm gonna pull some oracle cards for you guys. I don't really know where to put these, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, I do see though there is this possibility of this really, really beautiful relationship, and I feel though for some of you it might be that it's moving too fast, or that it is going to move fast when it comes into your life. Love or group number 3, please. Okay, there's 2. Thank you. Okay, we have illuminate and we have direction. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, this relationship has illuminated problems in your own, the way you view relationships. Definitely. I'm gonna keep these here though. And I feel like this person kind of might feel like your compass, or like I feel like you guys might be lost in the thick of it in whatever this trauma is, or you know, you might be having a hard time, and you might feel like this person has the capability of keeping you grounded, of keeping you here, of keeping you in the right direction. For others of you, you're headed in the right direction. You are headed toward meeting this person. You are headed toward a healthy balance in this relationship. And there is definitely this feeling of an offer. So for those of you who are experiencing, you know, trying to do shadow work, or maybe have been avoiding this relationship, there's definitely this offer, and it's up to you to accept it. And it might also be you offering as well. But I do feel that there is this passion and this really gentle, kind, caring, loving energy in this relationship. I think just a lot of you are afraid of that. I think a lot of you are afraid of how healthy this relationship has the potential to be. I think for those of you who haven't met someone, you are maybe you're afraid of healthy relationships, which I know sounds bizarre, but it's a pretty common phenomenon if you've grown up seeing chaotic relationships, or grew up in a chaotic household and have learned that is what love is. But yeah, I think there is this feeling of needing to open up, so that you can be led in the right direction. Listen to your intuition. But with this illuminate card, it really speaks to me of either you don't understand that all of this is from childhood, and this is something that you will slowly understand, or do understand now. Or for some of you, it's this, if you open up to your partner, it will illuminate like this possibility that you didn't know was even an option. That like this person could be kind and caring and still love you even though you struggle this way, or even though you're having doubts, or even though you feel insecure in yourself or this relationship. So let me pull a couple of more cards for you guys. Yeah, there's this really old energy here too. 6 of Cups is very much a soulmate energy for me. In this, I feel more like it's related to childhood. But for those of you who believe in soulmates and like past lives and that sort of thing, it's possible that this is past life karma that you guys are working through in this relationship. I hold your vision. Yeah, I think for a lot of you, your fear is maybe leading you to want to like panic and shut down, or turn down this person who's offering you something, whether that be an offer of new romance or an offer of just being there for you. I think some of you are very afraid of being vulnerable and being open, which is where a lot of this energy, this air energy comes from, or just like you're not very in touch with your emotions, sort of thing. Some of you are very stubborn and really afraid. There's this underlying fear. That's very much old fear, old wound energy of just not being able to be vulnerable, or like that if you show who you really are, this person won't accept you for, because you're I don't want to, I think this is a specific message for how a lot of you feel like you will be too broken to have a real relationship with this person, or any relationship at all. Okay, a personal issue reaches resolution is on the bottom of this deck. Yeah, I'm getting this hold your vision card. Just the romance you seek is possible, but also healing is possible, and moving past this is possible. You're not stuck here. You're not meant to feel this way in relationships for the rest of your life. Surrender to the divine. That's a big one. Just listen to what your intuition says. If your intuition says, like, don't listen to your fear. Your intuition is it's hard to differentiate between that sometimes, but listen to the messages your intuition is telling you about what this fear is, about what your issues in relationships are, about what work you need to do, and how you can share yourself with your partner. And this one's a big one. I think like this is just a message of this will be resolved because you will work through it. You will heal this. You will share with your partner. You will be able to heal together, and separately, you know, heal this issue or these issues yourself. I'm gonna pull one last card for you guys. Yep, I have not today. Not dealing, hurt, avoiding. Yeah, boundaries, still angry. Yet there is this definite avoidance of whatever this is. Whether that be you're avoiding it yourself, or you are avoiding talking about it, or you are just trying not to engage with it and hoping it will go away. Yeah, there's this need to share. There's this need to share. And that's what this Page of Cups is all about. You need to share vulnerability. You need to share how you're doing with your partner. You need to communicate. You need to not be so in a shell. You know, I get this feeling of like you are hiding yourself away, hiding your true emotions away, because there's this feeling of such beautiful balance that can be found in this relationship. And you know, you're not the only one who's fucked up. Like, you know, if you get to share these things with your partner, maybe they're afraid of similar things. And truthfully, it might be that your partner is the one who's afraid as well. Like, I think because this energy is so intertwined, I think that you guys sort of mirror each other in this way, and you're both sort of afraid of opening up to each other for the same reason. And I think that one of you has to be brave enough to do it. And I think, you know, listen to your intuition, hold your vision, and really make that move to share these things with the people who are closest to you, with your partner, with your loved ones. So yeah, just open up more so that you can be less anxious, be less worried, be less kept up at night by whatever these fears, whatever this trauma is, these past wounds are. So yeah, those are the messages I'm seeing for you guys. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. I would love if you guys could comment if this resonated with you. I love hearing feedback always, and I love hearing from every single one of you. Please like my video. If this resonated, go ahead and subscribe while you are down there. Just go ahead and click that notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my videos. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you all in my next reading.